from the Main Street Community Center.
Hi. Can we just talk?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Patty Barney. I am the board president for Partners for Pets, and Sarah is a friend. We had been talking about perhaps taking care of some pet food needs for some of her seniors in need, some of her seniors that are on the Meals for Wheels program, making it a little bit easier, making it a little bit more affordable. I know from our perspective, from the rescue, a lot of people, when they tend to think of Partners for Pets or another animal organization, they really think of the animals, which is great. But, you know, for us, it's really the people and their animals. And we really wanted to promote pet retention and pet wellness. And I came in one day and Sarah had said that she was thinking of it. And I said, oh my gosh, I've been thinking about it. So we got together and Sarah made it happen, and we made it happen on our end. So Sarah, what do you think?
Well, we are just so excited to work with Partners for Pets. We have a lot of nutrition clients who receive daily meals through our meal program, but also some who receive a monthly commodity food box. All of those clients are low income, and I would say, would you say average is like $12,000 a year on those? For the box program?
Yeah.
For the box program, the average income is about $12,000 a year.
If not less.
If not less. Many are on lower than that. So trying to afford pet food is an additional expense, but it's so important for people who are isolated, have a pet in their life. It really helps them with their health and their overall longevity. So we were so excited to work with Patty and appreciate Partners for Pets working with us to be able to provide monthly dog food and cat food to our clients.
It's about 28 clients a month.
Yeah.
So, and they're sizable donations. It's not like
It's a lot.
I mean, everyone is able to feed their pet for the full month.
Right. So when we prepare, Erica, who is my director, when we prepare it, we do it once a month, and basically the clients just list, you know, that they have maybe a dog and a cat, how much they feed that dog and or cat, and any kind of dietary needs. Would the animal need senior pet food? And we try to accommodate them the best that we can. And we also wanted to try to take it a step further, and we came together and we're going to have a vaccine and microchip clinic for those in need seniors. It's going to be in October, and we're really excited about it. We're able to come in at the lowest cost possible. The senior center is going to be helping out just a smidge from the clients, and we're all going to make it work. And this is going to allow their pets to be vaccinated and or microchipped. We have a variety of services, vaccines that they can choose from. So we're really excited about that. And again, for us, it is of course about the animals, and dogs are having puppies and cats are having kittens, and the need is always great. But we really do recognize our community need and our desire to connect with the people, the animals, because as Sarah was saying, you know, going right in the world, and to have an animal to love on, to be a stress reliever, to be a comfort, to be a joy means a lot. And for us, it's the whole picture. It's the person and their pet. So we were so excited to work with Main Street Community Center, and I think thus far it's been a real big success, and we're really excited.
Angela hears from them. You could let them know.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of these people, with their pet is the only interaction they get all day.
Especially during COVID.
Especially right now, so it's definitely a good thing to keep their pets just as healthy as we're.
What has, because of the needs now, you've added, because it used to be just Meals on Wheels, and 5 routes.
Right, we had 4 routes originally, and we added a 5th route this summer to the May building. We got some COVID grant funding to be able to provide free meals to seniors. to be able to provide free meals to them throughout the summer. So for 8 weeks, we were able to provide those meals, and we have just now submitted a grant to be able to provide more meals as we head into the fall and winter. So we're hopeful that we'll get that funding. And so our overall, now that we're not doing those May building meals right now, we're still up about 25% on home delivered meals. And our food box program as well has maintained, and a number of customers or clients that we helped this summer with additional shelf stable food, they're needing to sign up for the commodity food box program so that they can receive those. So that's a monthly, it's a big box of food designed, it's shelf stable food designed to stretch their pantry and help them stretch their food budget. So it's not everything they need, but it's a way to really stretch their dollars and help them maintain their health. This summer, we also, through the grants that we received and donations from individuals, donations from your club, thank you very much, we were able to do shelf-stable bags, and we also put in there paper products that people couldn't get, like toilet paper and paper towels and Kleenex and those things. We also put hand sanitizer, a lot of personal hygiene items that they needed. And we were able to send those home every week for 102 people a week for 16 weeks. And so that was wonderful. And we really tried to include in those bags things. They really had too much for the time, but we did that purposefully so that they would have those shelf stable items as we go through this year, since we didn't know how long this was going to go. So we were very busy and relied on a lot of volunteers like Gina and many people from your club and all over the community, because we could not have done it without. We had 175 volunteers sign up to help us during COVID to get all of that done. So we're really appreciative.
And I was just going to say, for us during COVID, I just want people to remember that, you know, despite what's going on, we are still saving animals, and we're still working really hard to get them spayed, neutered, adopted. There is no shortage on it. And in fact, people who their jobs, their income, their ability to take care of themselves, their families, and their pets has been difficult during COVID if they've lost their job or their hours have been cut back. So we've been trying to help them as well. So any donation. Gina's bringing up something else that we're also looking into is, you know, trying to be grant writers to even help, you know, more citizens in Madison County. There are some lower income need apartment buildings. They're allowed to have pets as long as those pets are up to date on their vaccinations. And if they're not, they either have to get rid of their pet or they have to move. So we are trying to get into those areas too, to provide these vaccine clinics to help these people keep their pets, to help them keep their homes. So any donations towards Partners for Pets, that's the kind of work we're doing. And we just want to keep growing and growing and growing, you know, with community need as much as we can.
And you're still holding all your adoption events, but it's a curbside service.
At the shelter, and it's actually been, you know, it's been going pretty well, despite the fear that it wouldn't. Our adoptions are still pretty decent, so thank goodness. But our intake is still, you know, I mean, we can't save everybody, and it's unfortunate that we can't, but we can't. And we do the best that we can, but there's still a lot of animals out there that are in great need.
So if anybody's thinking about adopting because they're home more often and have time to train a puppy, but will continue the care after going back to work,
let us know.
You know where to go. And then Sarah, how does one sign up for meals? Is there a wait list, or do you just have to?
No,
I'll let you.
So the only qualifications for our home delivered meals program is that you are a senior or a disabled adult, and you live within the boundaries in Glen Carbon and Edwardsville. And it's $4.50 a day with a $90 deposit. And to sign up, all you would do is call here and ask for me.
And how does somebody help?
We also have some grant funds available. So we have up to 3 grants at any given time where we can supplement half of the cost of their meal.
And then how do people sign up to help to do this?
To
help
volunteer?
you guys, yeah.
Yeah, to volunteer, they just contact us. Angela does volunteer coordination as well, and she'll get you on a route that fits your needs. And we do need a lot of subs. So
Yeah,
you
the
don't,
email comes out almost daily for
yes,
subs.
yes. So you don't necessarily have to commit to a regular route. If you want to be a sub, you would just get a notice that we have a need. And if you can do it, then you just respond and we get you scheduled.
And it's likely that we will have more needs if we do get the grant funding.
Yes.
And you have some sort of race coming up, yes?
We do. It's been a kind of scary time for us. We have a big building and nothing going on in 2/3 of it right now. But yeah, we have to maintain it. We're looking at losing almost 1/3 of our income this year. So we have had some retirements and we haven't replaced those positions. We're trying to run as efficiently as we are able to do so. In order to make up some of that, we have planned a virtual 5K. It's called Shades of Gray Virtual 5K to play on the elderly population we serve. And so we hope that people have fun with that and dress up and get wacky when they do their runs and walks.
Can I virtually run?
You-
Not really run, just donate.
You can do whatever you want. If you
Yes.
register for it, it's up to you whether or not you want to record your time for it. So we're finishing up sponsorship this week, and then next week we'll go live with registration. And so how it works is people will pick up a packet on October 9th, and they will have 2 weeks to do their run or walk. And if they want to record that, they can. They go on the site and record it. And then we give some fun prizes to those who win in their age groups and raise hopefully a lot of money for the seniors in town. So we'd appreciate your support when that time comes.
Do you have any fundraisers coming up?
We just did have a virtual pet walk. That's over. Unfortunately, I think our Corks and Collars is going to be canceled. We do have some online raffles and auctions coming up that we're trying to plan. But yeah, that's the stinky thing, it's like all of these fundraisers, our dog wash, our Corks and Collars, all of that stuff. It's just, you can't do it. So you gotta do other things. So we're trying to make the most of our online presence and our social media, just like, Sarah's doing, Angela are doing. So if you watch our Facebook page, that would be super helpful, and come and like us. We're partners, the number 4, and then pets.
Yeah, same for Main Street. It's Main STCC, and we'd love to have you follow us and see what we're doing.
Yep.
And our donate buttons work all the time.
Yeah, ours do too.
Well, thank you girls very much
Thank you for having
sharing your
us.
time with me today. We had some props outside, but they're not allowed in the building, so.
Yeah, they're really cute little kittens.
They're in my air-conditioned car. I guess I better go rescue them now.
Bye.
Thank you.
Gina, we do have one question that's come up in the chat box.
Yeah.
Partners for Pets, do you need any shredded paper?
We use the flat newspaper, but if you do have shredded paper, I know that Metro East Humane Society takes shredded. We take in original form, plain folded newspaper that you're done with. We line all of our kennels and our crates with it, and we go through it like water. So yes.
Okay, cool. For our members, are there any other questions that you might have for the ladies? And if you do, just kind of go down the left-hand corner and unmute yourself to ask.
Mark,
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
They mentioned a couple of hashtags that I'd like to get a hold of so we can include them in the video.
I'll text
So,
you.
yeah.
Give all the contact and social media and all that. So,
Right. And are you able to just walk outside and show the props while this is recording?
I will, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll interrupt whoever's, once we get out there, we'll interrupt whoever's talking and go, here's the dog, here's the cat.
Okay. Well, unless there's any other questions, ladies, I want to thank you for sharing about these organizations. You certainly do a lot of good work, and we're all appreciative of that. So thank you very much.
Thanks for all you do too.
Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to switch to another topic. Since we've got a little bit of time here, I wanted to take advantage of it. We're all using Zoom more and more, not just work, but things like Rotary, family, whatever. And it's new to some, it's scary to others, and some are getting pretty good. So I wanted to kind of take a few minutes to go through some of the functions of Zoom so you have a better experience with it. You can get more use out of it as well. So, you know, if I'm going to cover some things that are very basic to others, so I appreciate your patience. And hopefully there's going to be something new that everybody here can pick up. I don't present myself to be an expert at this, so if I lead you down the wrong path and you know better, stop me. And if there's something else that's of value to somebody, please unmute, jump in and share. One of the things I wanted to point out, if you notice right now, since I'm the one talking, there's a yellow box around my picture frame. That's your clue that that's where noise or audio is coming from. So like we had an incident earlier, one person in one box was talking and noise was coming out of another. That's our clue where maybe some extraneous audio is coming from. So Musamba uses the tool, since he's the host of this meeting, he has the ability to unmute everybody to eliminate that noise so everybody can at least hear who's speaking. But you all have an individual ability to unmute yourself. And if you take your cursor and go down to the left-hand corner of your screen, you'll see a little microphone and you can click on it and unmute your. As you just noticed, you can click on it and mute yourself as well. Right next to it, down in that same corner, there's the video camera. And if you look to the right of it, there's a little arrow pointing up. If you click on that arrow next to the video camera, you'll see one of the options there is choose a virtual background. So if you click on that, you can have it be a live feed of what's behind you. You can select some of the pre-selected virtual backgrounds that whatever your computer has preloaded on there that you can use from. So, and some of you have seen me have that one beach background going. You also have the ability to go to the internet and go Google virtual backgrounds for Zoom, and you can pick up a wide variety of all different kinds of things. I think Dave's showing off some of them there, or at least maybe that's his new boat that he's got. But you don't have to stay with whatever you have. You know, Masanda's got the Rotary emblem for the year. Kevin's advertising the Boy Scouts. Laurel seems to like the blues. And you got a wide variety of choices there. One of the other things I want to take your attention to is if you take your cursor to the screen down towards the bottom, you're going to have some icons pop up that may not have been visible before. One of those icons is reactions. So if you left click on it, you're going to see a pair of hands clapping, which you'll now see in my frame. So that's your symbol for clapping your hands. Or if you want to choose the other one, which is a thumbs up option, you can signify how you're feeling towards whatever's being said. Also on that bottom screen is an option for chat. So if you click on that and you have the chat box pop up, you can see some of the things that different people are posting. It's informational, it's questions. And if you take your cursor down to the bottom, there's a little option that says to, and then if you click on that drop-down arrow, it'll have a list of names of people that are participating on this Zoom call. So you have the ability to send a chat message or question out to everyone, or you can privately chat with whoever you select there. One of the other icons along the bottom of the screen is called Share Screen. I'm not going to do that right now because I don't have anything prepared for it. But in essence, that's how Musanda shared that clip of Red Skelton. He had it up and available on his computer, and then when he hits Share Screen, it'll ask him which screen that he has up out of, if he has multiple ones, which one do you want to share? You select that, you hit share, and then all of a sudden that page or that PowerPoint becomes available for you to use. Let's see. One of the other things, if you go up to your box that has your frame, your picture in it, and if you right click that, one of the options is to rename. So when you click that, you have the option, whatever's showing up in your box. Like right now from a previous Zoom meeting I was on, people didn't know me or what company I was with. I'd type in my name and company, but now I can just change that to whatever I want. So if some of you may have had a default name in there, some have phone numbers, but if you want to be able to identify yourself, that's the way that you can do that.
Is it okay if I put Superman there?
You can put whatever you want, but then everybody else still has that chat box availability too.
All right.
Yeah. Can we name people? Is that something that we can?
I don't know that you can name anybody else, but you can name yourself. Lastly, you know, some folks have their video up, some folks have a picture up, some have a black screen. Whatever you have is fine. In case you have a black screen and it's because your computer doesn't have a camera, they are very inexpensive. You can buy one at Best Buy, Walmart, and all it is a USB port option that you plug it into your computer, and it could not be much easier to get up and running. So if you're not necessarily a techie, don't let that part scare you away or hold you back. And it's kind of the same thing with speakers. If you just buy a set, plug them into your computer, it's just a couple clicks to get them active and working. And in a lot of cases, the computers that we have already have a built-in speaker, and for the most part, that's fine. I guess I should at this point draw attention to Gina again. Walk through. So I don't want to ignore you, ladies.
No, it's okay. This is Perry.
Available for adoption.
Yes, he's one of many, many kittens that we have. And he was actually abandoned on a highway in Alton, but his siblings did not survive, but he did. So we took him in, and he's a darling, darling little kitten, that's for sure. He'll probably be available in about a couple weeks.
And y'all know this squirrel. Say hi a little bit.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, ladies. Thanks, Gina. Okay, the last thing I have on Zoom that I wanted to mention is a lot of you are participating on this Zoom call that was set up by somebody else. If you haven't set up a Zoom call, all you need to do is go to www.zoom.com, set up an account, and it's one of those, it's one that's real easy to set up an account. They don't ask you for a whole bunch of stuff, and you can set it up and just follow the preset menu that's there. It's real easy to do. And you can set up your own Zoom meetings for yourself to practice with, play with, do with your family. It's really a great tool. And you can set a Zoom meeting for right now. You can set one for 3 o'clock on Tuesday. You can invite people. All you need to do is either copy the link that they give you and send it in an email to somebody, much the same as how we're sharing this information for these meetings. Or they'll give you Outlook options to where you can invite somebody and it goes straight to their calendar as well. At this point, I've kind of run through all the things that I wanted to mention about Zoom. I wanted to open it up to either questions about Zoom, or if someone else has other features about Zoom that I didn't go over that you think are pretty cool and worth sharing, I'd love to hear from you.
I would just make the comment that it depends on what machine you're on, because I'm running this from a Linux machine, so a lot of the functions you talked about are not available. So if you can't find some of those things, it might be because of the operating system you're on.
Good point. So everybody else is a Zoom expert?
Mark, Jack, if I can't find Carrie's Zoom link, how can I get on without it?
You were cutting out a little bit there. From what I heard was if you can't find Carrie's link,
Right.
It's the same each week. So if you just, honestly, if you just hold on to the link for today, I just copied and pasted the link for today's meeting and all the past ones in my calendar. So you can just go each week to the exact same link and it'll bring you here.
Is it the same for every week or is it one a month?
no, what John is saying is correct, but this particular link that we have, we're using the same one until October 2nd.
Yeah.
We had to set one date out, pick a date somewhere in the future. But right now, this particular link is good all the way up to and including October 2nd. And when we get closer to that, we'll send a new one out that'll be good for another period of time. But you're exactly right, John. Any other questions, thoughts, features you've discovered about Zoom?
Well, this is the McDonald household. We're on a tablet, so it's laid out different. But I didn't want to point out about the chat, I think it is. Some people were chatting to each other and it shows up on our tablets, so it's not private.
I guess I got to be careful what they say.
Yeah, I just thought I'd point it out. So
They need to put who they want to talk to and not send it to everyone.
Right.
They want it private.
Right.
That's the equivalent of people murmuring at their table in person.
Exactly. So
Can you all be quiet in the back there?
well, it's easy with Zoom. All you got to do is Masonic can just mute them. So cool. Okay. Moving on, we'll move into our small groups here. Next week, Russell Boudry has the program and Mark Shawshak has the invocation. There is a golf committee meeting today at 1 o'clock. It'll be on a separate Zoom link, so it will not be on this one. It'll be the one that Rick sent out to you. And Masanda, if we could move to the four-way test.